Kita mulai. Selamat pagi, hello everyone. Puji syukur hari ini kita dapat hadir lagi di kelas gratis yang sudah episode keempat. Kali ini tema pembahasannya adalah tentang mengenal masa depan melalui future tense. Panduan lengkap belajar grammar anti gagal. Sebelumnya perkenalkan, saya Salsa Nabila. Mungkin teman-teman yang udah pernah join, udah kenal. Saya adalah Education Consultant di Bansa Foundation. Dan saya ingin menyapa juga Miss Feli. Kita manggilnya Miss Feliani. Miss Feliani ini adalah instruktur dari Bansa Foundation dan juga alumni dari Indonesian International Student Mobility Awards. Oke. Nah, kelas kali ini akan saya buka, yang selanjutnya akan dilanjutkan dengan materi, lalu Q&A, dan foto online bersama. Untuk teman-teman, jangan lupa juga isi absensi yang akan di-share di pertengahan webinar, karena untuk dikirimkan sertifikat dan hadiah bagi yang beruntung. Setelah itu, sesi akan kita tutup dengan foto online bersama. Dan untuk teman-teman yang ingin bertanya, boleh banget nanti bertanya dengan cara nyalakan mikrofon. Dan kemudian boleh teman-teman tanya apapun tentang materi yang sudah yang akan diberikan oleh Miss Feli. Sebelumnya, mungkin mau share ini dulu. Nah, di sini ada tentang scholarship community kita. Jadi di Bansa Foundation ini sangat mensupport teman-teman dan memberikan wadah untuk teman-teman mencari informasi tentang scholarship dan studi di luar negeri. Jadi di komunitas ini kita akan memberikan banyak banget informasi yang bisa teman-teman gunakan untuk nantinya persiapan beasiswa ataupun studi. Mungkin teman-teman bisa scan barcode atau melalui link yang ada di gambar ini. Terus juga jangan lupa untuk follow Instagram kita, Best Partner Education dan Bansa Foundation, yang nantinya di Instagram tersebut akan ada informasi-informasi tentang konten-konten menarik yang isinya tentang persiapan studi, kemudian juga scholarship, ataupun tentang work abroad. Dan mungkin teman-teman juga bisa lihat di Facebook dan YouTube kita. Kita juga ada channel WhatsApp, yakni channel PTA Academic, channel Best Partner, channel Bansa. Ini channel yang ada di WhatsApp. Teman-teman bisa scan juga. Dan kalau lagi ada waktu luang, bosan mau ngapain, selain nonton YouTube, kalian juga bisa nonton dengerin podcast Bansa Talk. Mungkin teman-teman bisa scan barcode-nya dan juga bisa share link yang bermanfaat ini ke teman-teman lainnya yang mungkin lagi tidak bisa join hari ini. Oke. Selanjutnya mungkin sudah boleh teman boleh dilanjutkan dengan sesi pembahasan oleh Miss Feli.
All right, hello everyone. Good morning. Good morning. I'm really glad to be here. Mungkin pertama-tama perkenalkan dulu. My name is Miss Feli. As I have been introduced by Salsa as well here. Thank you so much to Bansa for providing this opportunity to be here and everyone to be connected online virtually. Jadi teman-teman nanti pertama-tama apa sih yang teman-teman bisa ekspektasikan dari kelas ini? Kita akan kurang lebih sekitar 90 menit, tapi 90 menit ini Miss maunya teman-teman akan enjoy dengan cara engage in the class. How do you do that? Ada beberapa cara. Yang pertama, kita punya yang namanya kolom chat. Nah, nanti di kolom chat ini, if I have a question, you can freely ask atau kasih jawaban kalian di situ. I will go through the chat. Jadi kalau yang males on cam, langsung aja di chat aja ya, di meeting group chat. Itu yang pertama. Yang kedua, bisa juga teman-teman nanti raise hand ya. Jadi misalnya I will ask question, you have to answer dengan raise hand. Jadi materinya kalau teman-teman nanya, itu nggak sebanyak itu. Tapi I want it to be more of like question and answer session seperti di kelas. Jadi teman-teman seakan-akan simulasi berada di kelas Miss Feli. I saw that there is my student here who has been in my class. So he or she knows how it looks like in my class. So untuk teman-teman yang belum pernah being in my class, whatever classes it is, this is your opportunity to feel how is it like to have an engaging conversation. Again, kita belajar bahasa, so teman-teman silakan berpartisipasi secara aktif ya. Oke nggak? Setuju nggak? Before we move, maybe give me like a thumbs up or like response if it's possible. Yes, I got one thumbs up, only one. Can you give me at least 10 thumbs up so I will have the energy? 3, 4, 5. Cool, we got 5. 5 more, maybe 6. All right. 3 more? 4 more? 7. 3 more. Okay, so far we got 7. It's still okay. We got 7. It's enough. 8. Nice. We're gonna start our class right now. So, first of all, as you has, oh no, not this one. Shouldn't have been this one. Okay, can you see this? Jadi teman-teman mungkin hari ini katanya udah episode keempat ya. Berarti artinya teman-teman sudah mungkin mengenal tenses. Yang kemarin-kemarin udah bahas tentang present simple, present continuous, whatever it is. 12 tenses ini menurut teman-teman gimana sih? Waktu sekolah kan pasti udah pada belajar bahasa Inggris ya. Atau mungkin ada yang pernah ikut les-lesan dan segala macam. Tapi kok aku nggak bisa-bisa ya Miss bahasa Inggrisnya? Why? Menurut teman-teman susah nggak sih belajar tenses? Yang mau mute, unmute, chat juga boleh ya. How do you feel so far learning tenses? Oke, suka ketuker, sulit di aplikasinya. Bener, aku setuju. So hard. Suka ketuker rumusnya. Nah, Syahida, interesting. The questions about rumus. Rumus ini Miss paling gak suka belajar bahasa itu pakai rumus ya. I also the same like you all because my math is not really good. So ketika ada belajar materi baru yang harus pakai rumus, aduh berat banget. Tapi sebenarnya konsep dari um, tenses itu ada 3. Bedanya dengan bahasa Indonesia, Indonesia itu indicate time, you directly say the time, right? Kemarin, minggu lalu, bulan lalu gitu kan. Tapi kalau tenses, basically itu kalau kita lihat pakai grafik ini, yang pertama adalah ada past, masa lalu, kemudian ada present, masa sekarang, dan ada future, masa yang akan datang. Nah, Miss kalau yang sebelah kiri ini, yang samping sini, itu apa dong? Nah, kalau yang simple, simple itu maksudnya verb-nya tidak diapa-apain. Jadi verbnya nggak diapa-apain. Lihat ya, perhatiin ya. Verbnya maksudnya nggak dikasih to be. To be itu yang kayak was, am, have, gitu-gitu. Dia cuma subjek, kemudian dikasih verb. Kalau dia past, verbnya verb 2 karena sudah selesai. Kalau dia present, dia pakai verb 1. Cuma nanti menyesuaikan ya. Kalau dia she, he, it, nanti dia verbnya dikasih s. Kalau future, nah ini gampang banget. Future cuma kasih will sama verb 1. So you can say, I will eat pizza tomorrow. I will be in your class tomorrow, Miss. Oke, itu contohnya ya. Nanti kita akan latihan contoh-contoh di soal berikutnya. Miss mau memberikan gambaran dulu. Kemudian ada continuous. Apa ini continuous? I was eating pizza when you arrived. Itu ada pakai was gitu karena masa lampau. Presentnya I am eating. Kalau future itu basically tinggal dikasih be karena mesti verb ing gitu kan. I will be eating. Jadi kalau future itu usually you can use will all the time when you're trying to say will. Tapi misal aku nggak tahu Kak Mencak pakai simple, continuous, perfect, perfect continuous. Nanti kita akan ngelihat satu-satu, tapi secara simpelnya, secara mudahnya, coba perhatiin grafik ini dulu. Kalau bisa membedakan satu ke lainnya, mendapatkan logikanya, it will be easier for you without trying to remember everything. Jadi kita akan fokus di future. So if it's future yang simple, you can say I will go, I will see tomorrow. I will do it after this. But if it's like continuous, jadi dari tadi sampai sekarang, di waktu-waktu tertentu dalam jangka panjang, itu kamu bisa pakai be kasih ing. I will be eating pizza. I will be delivering my material today. But it is perfect, misalnya artinya itu akan terjadi atau sudah selesai dalam waktu tertentu. Misalnya saya tuh udah akan lulus tahun depan. I will have graduated next year. Jadi kalau ngobrol-ngobrol, ya I will have graduated next year. Berarti tahun depan sudah akan selesai kuliahnya. Atau kalian bisa bilang perfect continuous. I will have been taking the bath. Kalau misalnya teman-teman sudah melakukan sesuatu tapi yang di masa depan akan dilakukan dalam waktu tertentu. Basically that's how you get it. Nanti the 10 verb tenses we will also share it with you so you can check it out later. Next, let's go directly to the material. All right, so I see that there are more people joining in. Welcome to our class. So I don't have PPT. I'm just gonna like use all the lesson plan that I have in class and the material that we do in our class. Jadi kalau ditanya present tense itu penggunaannya untuk apa ya? Yang pertama-tama adalah penggunaannya untuk future arrangements. Ada yang mau bantu Miss untuk membaca examples-nya? You can raise your hand or unmute yourself if you want to join. Anyone? Alright, boleh Syahida dulu? Can you help me read this out?
Oh, yang at the moment ya?
Yes.
At the moment, Jeff is working, but tomorrow he is playing golf.
Excellent. Thank you, Syahida. I will ask you again after this ya untuk contoh berikutnya. Miss akan jelasin dulu sedikit. Jadi tadi Miss bilang bahwa future itu kan biasanya pakai will. Karena kita tadi ada melihat ada present continuous ya. Tapi kalau kita mau menyatakan sesuatu yang akan kita lakukan di masa depan, future arrangements, we definitely can use future tense, combine it with present juga boleh. Karena kalau kalimat itu kan kalian nggak simple ya ketika ngobrol sama orang, oh I will go tomorrow, yes I will see. Kan nggak mungkin ya. Bisa jadi kadang-kadang kita ngomongnya dengan kalimat yang lebih panjang, lebih um, kompleks kalimatnya. Seperti ini, contoh kalimat kompleksnya adalah at the moment, saat ini, refers to the present. Sekarang sih Dave lagi kerja. Dave is working. Pakai present continuous tuh yang tengah-tengah yang warna orange. But tomorrow, he is playing golf. Miss, tapi kan ini present continuous karena is playing juga. The answer is that future arrangements bukan cuma pakai will. Jadi, kalau teman-teman bisa perhatiin, kita ketika mau melakukan sesuatu, kita kan bisa pakai subjek. Subjeknya misalnya, I will go tomorrow. Di saat bersamaan, teman-teman juga bisa bilang, I'm going to see her tomorrow. Jadi, I'm going to sama will itu sama saja. Jadi, penggunaannya antara itu berdua, I'm going to atau will sama aja. Jadi, boleh pilih salah satu. So, you do not need to always say will if you're going to do something. But if you're trying to do something, you just say something that you will do in the future. Itu boleh juga. Jadi, grammarnya itu nggak usah dipikirin, dipusinginnya gimana-gimana amat. Yang penting dia konsisten. Itu aja saran dari Miss. Berikutnya, ini contoh yang sama. Kita ngomongin future events, tapi pakai present continuous. Di sini, lihat ya. Jack's playing soccer now. Jack's playing soccer now. Dan, selanjutnya, dan later he is seeing a movie. Today, I'm playing tennis, but I'm playing golf tomorrow. So you are doing something, but you can do that tomorrow. And you are going to use I'm going to, she's going to, and so on. Sue is studying now, but this evening she's visiting a friend. I'm reading at the moment, but I'm going running later. Mudah kan? Nah, mungkin ini ada sedikit yang ini gampang banget yang di atas, yang di bawah kita pindahin. Nah, Miss mau nambahin ada kata-kata yang sering dipakai ya, preposition, yang mungkin kadang-kadang kita bisa salah atau salah menempatkan atau kurang tepat. Contoh, kalau on itu dipakai untuk hari, kalau bulan dan tahun itu dipakainya in. Jadi, I'm working on Tuesday, I'm working on May 9th, I'm retiring in June, I'm retiring in 2035. Kalau waktu Miss kita ketemu jam 10, harusnya pakai apa dong? In, on, atau? Seharusnya pakai apa kira-kira? Komen aja ya guys. At, betul, Rahmat, I agree with you. Gusti as well, that's correct. If we're talking about time, we're gonna use at. That's it. Let's go next. Kita langsung akan ada soal. Nah, untuk soal ini kita akan pakai present continuous untuk menjelaskan sesuatu yang akan kita lakukan di masa yang akan datang. Di sini udah dikasih contohnya. Teman-teman silakan jawab. Misalnya nomor 1, John's cousin is coming misalnya. Silakan jadi tulis aja 1 is coming atau second is going, are visiting, things like that. Di chat ya, silakan Miss tunggu, boleh kerjain nomor 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, dan 6. Atau mau 6-6-nya juga boleh. If any one of you wants to answer directly with raise hand juga boleh ya. Jadi sambil di chat, sambil di raise hand juga silakan. I'll give you 2 minutes max. Alright, 2 minutes has done. If you already did it, did it, try to send the answer to the group chat. Tadi bisa dilihat 1 ya, kayaknya ditarik questionnya. It's okay. You can try to answer it. Atau ada yang ingin jawab secara raise hand? Okay. Adip Bagas answering. Number 1, John is coming to the party. That's correct if the sentence like that, but however, kalau di soal yang nomor 1 ini karena John's-nya bukan John yang datang, tapi John's cousin ya. Jadi cousin-nya ada banyak, so it's probably gonna be are. So you're gonna be like John's cousins are coming to the party tomorrow. That's number 1. Number 2, I'm going to the dentist. That's correct. I'm going to the dentist. I will go to the dentist is also correct. Sebenarnya antara itu berdua sama saja ya artinya. If you want to use future arrangement pakai I will go, I'm going to, sama. Just choose one. Number 3, my family and I are visiting my grandmother on Saturday. Alright, that's correct. Number 4, the managers in my office. Managersnya, perhatiin, plural ya. Berarti lebih dari 1 orang. So you're gonna use are having a meeting. The managers in my office are having a meeting this afternoon. Number 5, a famous band. Oh, okay. We are gonna use annotate then, if that's easier. John's cousins are coming to the party. I am going. Atau will, sama saja. My family and I are visiting. Yes, Miss lihat. Kemudian, the managers in my office are having. Karena, perhatiin ininya. The managers. And then a famous band is playing. Kenapa he is studying? So what you can see here is that kalau the managers itu plural, a famous band ada a. So you have to remember posisinya adalah kalau plural dia biasanya to be-nya sama pakai are. Kalau is atau is itu she, he, it. Atau am kalau I am. satu orang. Pokoknya kalau namanya pakai R ya, gitu intinya. So I hope that clears out. Let's move again ke berikutnya. Kita akan lanjut ke materi part selanjutnya. This is listening, but the listening will be at the end. Kalau band itu kan biasanya terdiri dari banyak orang, Miss. Bener banget, Adip. Akan tetapi karena bandnya cuma satu, famous band, itu kita tetap pakainya is. Kecuali the bands are a lot. Although a band is including many people, you still say it as singular karena dia ada indikasi a di depannya. Jadi kalau teman-teman ketemu kalimat yang ada a, n, itu biasanya dan seharusnya itu singular. Kalau the itu bisa banyak. Misalnya the band bisa. I hope that makes sense, Adip. Next one. So, yes, welcome. You're welcome. So, again, teman-teman mikir, oh, tapi kan itu nggak sesimpel itu ya, Miss. Bisa pakai will semua nggak sih, Miss? Yang tadi bisa banget Rahmat. Bisa. Tambah di depannya aja will. Yeah, that's correct. We'll go, we'll see, we'll do whatever it is. Kamu boleh aja ya, kalau misalnya. Cuma tadi Miss kasih soal biar kalian bisa lihat perbedaannya bahwa penggunaan I'm going to sama will itu sama saja. Alright, let's continue. Key language on making excuses. Kita akan masuk ke semua yang lebih bisa digunakan di kehidupan sehari-hari. So, if you want to like use ask something, sebenarnya kan kita misalnya mau tanya sesuatu. Berarti dijadiin kalau kalimat tanya tuh bukannya will ya depan. Will you go tomorrow? Yes, I will. Will you see the event, the festival next week? Yeah, I will, gitu kan. Boleh aja, boleh banget. Again, English is about consistency. Dia nggak perlu perfect banget. Kecuali teman-teman mau persiapan untuk tes kayak TOEFL gitu-gitu ya. Itu mungkin you need to be super perfect. Tapi untuk teman-teman yang masih in the process of wanting to be fluent, itu jauh lebih penting untuk punya confidence untuk jawab aja dulu. And later, throughout your learning process and meeting more people, you will be able to know. Jadi Miss dulu awal belajar bahasa Inggris, grammarnya juga kemana-mana kok. It's just because kita nggak terbiasa saja gitu kan. So, if you wanna be polite, teman-teman bisa pakai kata would. Jadi would itu sebenarnya basically sama dengan will. Tapi dia agak lebih polite aja. Sama would itu biasanya juga untuk past tense-nya will. Will tuh ternyata bisa jadi past tense ya, Miss. Kan will masa depan. Again, kita seakan-akan menjelaskan tentang sesuatu. It's making excuses. So you do not use will, tapi pakai would. Bisa jadi kalimat tanya, bisa jadi kalimat pernyataan. In this example, anyone wants to see the difference? Wants to read it out for me? Ada yang ingin mencoba membacakannya sekali latihan speaking? Raise your hand atau unmute. Ayo, mari. Oke, Syahida lagi boleh silakan.
Yang would you
Ya, yang atas dulu.
Okay. Would you like to go to the movie tonight? Sorry, I can't. I'm working late.
Yeah, I'm working late because I'm a singer. Kalau ada yang tahu ya lagu Sabrina Carpenter, the Espresso one. That's basically the way you say it is like you cannot say sorry, I cannot. I'm working late. Baca lagi yang di bawahnya, Syahida.
I'd like to, but I'm going to the dentist. I'd love to, but I'm meeting friends. That would be fine, but I'm visiting family. That sounds nice, but I'm playing baseball.
All right, thank you
Okay.
Syahida for that.
Okay,
So basically sama saja ya. Kalau would itu sama dengan will actually. But because you use that as an excuse, you change it as would. Di sini D-nya ini would, cuma dia jadi singkatan. So I'd like to. Tapi bisa juga nggak I had gone. Nah, itu bisa juga kan. Nah, itu but not the most important. Kalau speaking kita boleh membacanya I'd like to, but I'm going to the dentist. Tapi kalau misalnya writing harus ditulis lengkap-lengkap. Kayak gini di atas. That will be fine. I'm visiting family. Jadi again yang biru-biru ini boleh diganti will juga. I like to, but I will go to the dentist. But I will meet my friends. But I will visit my family. But I will play baseball. Itu boleh juga. Again, seperti pertanyaan Rahmat ya tadi ya. Boleh ditambahin will aja nggak? Nggak usah pakai yang going to boleh. Pokoknya intinya pilih salah satu saja. So would be and excuses. Alright. Tadi I saw Hansen raising hand. Hansen mau nggak bantu jawab nomor 1? Teman-teman yang lain boleh coba jawab juga ya lewat komen. Oke, Hansen, coba kira-kira nomor 1 ini kalau kita susun kalimatnya jadi kalimat yang benar, menurut kamu nomor 1 jawabannya gimana?
Okay, Miss. Wait, I think. Oh, okay. Sorry, I can't visiting my parents this evening.
Alright, that's correct. Sorry, I can't. I'm visiting my parents this evening. That's correct. Hansen mau coba lagi nomor 2.
Wait, I'm hesitate.
Ya, it's okay. I will give you time. Yang lain boleh sambil itu ya, coba cek jawab apa, ketik jawabannya so we can answer it together nanti. Ini menyusun kalimat. Menyusun kalimat sentence building is very important. Yang pasti kita membutuhkan subjek di depannya, kan? Teman-teman yang lain boleh sambil diketik ya jawabannya.
Okay, Miss.
Alright.
I do going to weekend, but this weekend I like to going to France.
Oke. Masih kurang benar, Hansen. Jawaban yang benar adalah yang Adib. I'd like to, but I'm going to France this weekend. Kan nomor yang 1 dia bilang, sorry, I can't. I am visiting my parents this evening. Jadi waktunya itu di bagian paling belakang, betul, yang this weekend. Kalau yang Desti jawabannya I'm like to, tapi nggak bisa ya. I'm like to harusnya I would. Oh, mungkin salah ketik kali ya. I would like to. Saya mau. I would disingkatnya jadi I would like to. Saya mau. But I'm going to France this weekend. Saya pergi ke Prancis minggu ini. Coba yang nomor 3, anyone? Hansen mau lagi nomor 3? Continue sampai nomor 4? Oh, Syahida boleh. Nanti dilanjut ya. Oke, Syahida nomor 3.
Number 3. That sounds nice, but I'm going swimming on Tuesday.
That's correct. Thank you, Shahida. That sounds nice, but I'm going swimming on Tuesday, sorry. 4, number 4. Siapa aja boleh jawab ya kalau yang sudah ready. Number 4. Number 4 ini sama kayak nomor 2 sebenarnya. Bedanya yang satu I like to, yang ini I love to. Yes, Adib ya, jawab lagi. I love to, but I'm looking after my nephew tomorrow. Looking after itu ngejagain orang ya. Contohnya, ya, I'm looking after my friends. I'm looking after the house. Jadi jagain rumah atau jagain adik, jagain keponakan segala macam bisa pakai looking after. That's it. Jadi kalau misal teman-teman mau nyari barang gitu ya, itu nggak bilang I'm looking after, tapi looking for. Jadi kalau looking for is for looking for something. Wah, I lost my phone. I have to look for it. Itu look for. Tapi look after itu jagain. Alright. Berikutnya ya, kita lanjut lagi. Masih panjang sebenarnya. Ada aktivitas seseorang ini nih. September 2020. Anyone wants to read it? Kalau enggak, nanti Miss minta Hansen lagi nih. Would you be happy to help me to read it out, Hansen?
Yes, Miss.
Sure, sure. Can you read it
Sure.
out?
Okay. September 2020, 21 Saturday, 9 a.m. I'm playing soccer with Eva. Noon, go to lunch with Aegis. 8, 1 point,
1:30?
1:30 until 3 p.m. Look after Sandy's baby. 4 p.m. go to yoga class. 6 p.m. go to dinner with Marco and Olivia. 7:30 p.m. go to the theater to see a musical.
All
Thank
right,
you.
Hansen. This is the activity of someone. We do not know this person. It happens on September 2020. What about you? I want to ask you, what are you gonna do today? Any plan for today?
Yes, I have a plan. 7:30 studying PTA until at noon. At noon,
Will you have lunch at noon?
yes. Have lunch at noon.
Okay, you will have lunch at noon. That's correct. So you will have a PTE class as well tonight?
Um, I'm trying mock test in evening.
Okay, in the evening you will have a mock test. That's cool. Thank you, Hansen, for joining
Yeah.
in. So basically, all of this, yang di pertama, future tense bisa dipakai untuk future arrangements. Clear? Let's move next. I hope it's clear so far ya. Ini masih ada beberapa contoh. Selain future arrangements, you actually can use it for plans and intention. Kalau plans, future arrangement kan biasanya kalian udah hampir pasti ya. For example, Hansen will have a mock test tonight or this evening. It's already planned, already pasti gitu misalnya. Tapi kalau plan dan intentionnya masih abu-abu, masih belum yakin, boleh nggak Miss pakai going to atau will? Boleh, sama saja. For example, kayaknya tahun depan aku tuh pengen keluar negeri gitu. You can say, I will go abroad next year. I'm going to go abroad next year. Jadi future tense itu kan namanya future ya. Jadi dia nggak mesti, oh ini pasti kita harus pakai yang kalimatnya kayak gini. Kalau ini nggak pasti nggak kayak gini. No. Again, my suggestion to you, especially teman-teman yang mungkin nanti mau ngambil tes PTE, PTE di speaking itu tidak menilai grammar. Jadi this is for everyone yang mungkin sedang persiapan PTE karena I saw some people termasuk Hansen. Kalau persiapan PTE speaking, you do not need to have a perfect grammar. Yang butuh perfect grammar itu sebenarnya writing. Tapi ya kalau salahnya satu, dua masih bisa dimaafkan. Writing yang enggak sangat-sangat butuh grammar. Yang selebihnya yang lain kayak reading mungkin masih ada bagian yang butuh grammar seperti di reading fill in the blanks-nya itu butuh grammar, understanding. Tapi kalau speaking, do not. Yang penting konsisten aja ngomongnya, sama urutan kata sentence structure-nya benar. Jadi yang lebih penting itu sentence structure. For example, contoh kayak tadi soal yang ini ya, I'm going to buy a new car. Teman-teman nggak bisa bilang, a new car, I buy. Nggak bisa gitu kan. Salah itu. Walaupun maksudnya maknanya kita bisa paham gitu ya. Tapi misalnya, I will buy a car. Itu mungkin masih boleh. I will see to go there and buy car. Itu masih boleh. Walaupun nggak perfect banget. It's better than having it mix. Jadi urutannya lebih bagus, rapi, asalkan benar gitu. Daripada a new car is bought by me. Kecuali udah jago ya, mungkin kita bisa bolak-balik kalimatnya. So, future plans juga intention bisa pakai hal yang sama. I'm going to buy a new car. We're going to cook dinner tonight. I will not repeat this so we can move forward. These are some of the examples yang teman-teman bisa lihat lagi. Lebih panjang dari yang tadi, contoh-contohnya. Perbedaannya adalah kalau I, it sama am, I'm going to. Kalau she, he, it, pakai is going to. So, he is going to buy a new car. She is coming to the town today. They are. Kalau they dan sebagainya pakai are. They, we, what else? Yeah, they and we are using are, and you as well. You are going to go to the class tonight. Kalau misalnya nanti nggak melakukan sesuatu, tinggal ditambahin not ya. I'm not going, I am not. Jadi setelah you are not, she is not, they are not. Kalau tidak melakukan itu. This is the same example. Sepertinya kita tidak usah mengerjakan yang ini karena tadi kita sudah mirip-mirip ya. But it's the same thing. So Darren and Miki are going to watch a movie tonight. Number 1, I am not going to eat sushi for dinner. Debra is not getting or is getting a new job soon. My friends are cooking. Manuel is learning. We are traveling. Easy. Let's go next. Kita akan membaca artikel supaya lebih mantap. Kalau kerjain soal-soal satu kayak gini kan nanti tes nggak. You do not do that, right? So let's go. Anyone ada yang ingin membantu Miss membaca? Just raise your hand. Oke, Tiara dulu ya. Nanti teman-teman lanjut lagi. Silakan Tiara. Tiara Kartika. Can you read this for us?
Mulai dari judul ya.
Yes.
What are your resolutions?
Suaranya hilang. Oke, lanjut.
Exercise more or something, eating chocolate. It's a question many of us ask ourselves as the year ends. Betty from California makes one resolution every year. I'm not gonna to give up smoking, she tell us, because I did that last time. This year I'm gonna get fit. In the US, only 8% of people keep to their resolution. Many give up by the end of January.
Okay. Tiara, can you continue? Tiara, I think unmute ya. Hansen boleh continue nggak? Yang bawahnya a lot.
Okay, Miss. A lot of people make resolutions, but Australian Journal G makes one resolution for every day of the year. There's 365 resolutions every year. I love making resolutions, Joanna says. This year, I'm going to do more unusual things. 1 June 23, I'm going to climb a mountain. And then on September 30, I'm going to swim with sharks.
All right. This is resolutions and these are all the plans that people in the US are doing. Kita jawab dulu sebelum kita Miss tanya-tanya ya. Let's go first. Nanti teman-teman bisa jawab di chat juga. Betty is going to give up smoking this year. True or false? Bener apa salah? Betty is going to give up. True? Tiara jawab true. Ada yang jawab false? Oke, Desti also true. True. Jawaban yang benar adalah false. Kenapa false? Si Betty ya. Coba kita lihat di sini kalimatnya. Betty from California makes one resolution every year. That's correct. Satu aja satu tahun. I'm not going to give up smoking. I am not. Ada kata not. Berarti dia tidak akan melakukannya. Betty is going to give up. Dia nggak berhenti smoking. She will continue smoking because last year dia sudah mencoba give up smoking tapi nggak bisa. So, this year she's gonna get fit. Dia mau lebih healthy. But she wants her body to be healthier. So she wants to get fit but not giving up smoking. Number 2, only 8% of Americans keep to their resolution. True or false? Okay, number 2, true. That's correct. Ada di paragraf ini ya. In the US, only 8% of people keep to their resolution. Number 3, Joanna has a resolution for every day of the year. 3 true juga. Benar, ada di yang paragraf berikutnya. Australian Joanna G makes one resolution for every day of the year. Dia punya 365 resolutions every year. So if this year, I think she has 366, yeah? Because there are 366 days in 2024. Next one, we have number 4. Joanna is going to climb a mountain on July 4, 23. That's correct. It's false. Yang benar adalah she's going to climb the mountain on June 23. So it's July and June, 1 month different, 1 month apart. She is not going to do that. And lastly, she is going to swim with dolphins. No, salah ya. She's going to swim with sharks. Correct. Good job, everyone. I'm really happy that everyone is trying to answer in the group chat. Now, my question to you. Do you have any resolution this year? Hansen mau jawab, yang lain boleh jawab di chat juga ya. Nanti misalkan bacakan. Hansen, what is your resolution this year?
My resolution in this year, I'm not going to give up learn English. This year, I'm going to get work holiday visa.
Oh, yes, that's a really good resolution. So you got 2 resolution, learning English in order to get your WH visa, and then Shahida also have the same goal like Hansen as well. I'm really rooting for you. So what you can do for that is that maybe a little bit of tips ya. Again, kalau di speaking, I really like the confidence, karena nanti kalau speakingnya PTE itu nggak ada pakai grammar-grammaran, so you do not need to worry. And then the next thing is that mungkin nanti reading ya, nanti itu soal reading teman-teman akan menghadapi reading yang mirip-mirip seperti ini. Jadi nanti ada reading soalnya, teks kurang lebih seperti ini, boleh tentang cerita orang, segala macam. And then di bagian 1, 2, 3 nanti dia ada pertanyaan. Jadi teman-teman bisa harus membaca readingnya itu nggak perlu baca dari awal sampai akhir nanti. Lihat langsung pertanyaannya, kemudian see the answer berdasarkan paragraf. Begitu ya for the reading. Nanti writingnya teman-teman harus agak kerja ekstra. Kalau misalnya yang latihan punya teacher nanti latihan ekstra in writing with your teacher. But if you are working on your own, belajar sendiri, itu bisa minta bantuan ChatGPT. Caranya gimana? Nggak boleh cari ChatGPT waktu kerjain writingnya, tapi kerjain dulu sendiri. Udah kerjain sendiri, nanti tanya ChatGPT. ChatGPT kasih feedback dong untuk essay writing aku yang ini gitu. Nanti dia akan mungkin bisa membantu. Atau ada aplikasi-aplikasi lain yang maybe very very helpful for you ya. Jadi kita mau belajar learning on your own or learning with someone else, that will be greatly fun. If you have time, and then definitely if you wish to increase your score better, join us in Best Partner Education. We're gonna be able to help you with that. Okay, next. Nah, kalau ini sama saja ya teman-teman ya. Again, I'm going to paint the house. Cuma ini ada tambahan time phrases, yaitu by. Tadi kita sudah belajar ada kata on, in, at untuk time, tapi ada kata by juga. By itu artinya sampai waktu tertentu, batasnya. Jadi, misalnya, this food is gonna get expired by July. Oh, we only have 2 months left then. Karena by July. By itu batas akhirnya. I'm going to paint the house by June. Berarti paling terakhir bulan Jun ya. Kemudian ada example lain. I'm going to write to you by next weekend. Paling lambat next weekend. And then the next thing, I'm going to get fit by this time next year. Get fit-nya paling akhir ya. Bulan resolusi sebelum ganti tahun yang baru. Sama juga tadi beberapa teman-teman di sini. The resolution is to be able to get the visa by this year. Atau mungkin by 2 years. 2 years more. Masih bisa ya. Kalau yang usianya belum sampai 30, you can still get your visa before that. But if you are borderline 30, hampir, almost 30, you have to fight to get it this year. So, let's go. Next, ini ada Jack's resolution. It's basically the same. Let's just go next. So, we can move. Oh, okay. Ini juga sama. By December. Next, ini Miss langsung aja. What's going to happen? Again, what's going to happen? Future arrangement, plans, and intention are going to use future tense. The same way with this, kita juga kalau mau sesuatu terjadi di luar dari kita, Kita juga bisa pakai future tenses like will or going to. Anyone again wants to read it for us? Siapa saja boleh. Anyone willing to read? Syahida boleh silakan.
Yang look at this bukan? Yang mana?
Yes, that's correct. Dari atas.
Look at those clouds. It's going to rain soon.
Ya, bawa lagi.
Oh no, she's going to slip and fall over. The hill is too steep.
Tip, ya.
Steep. John is going to crash. She studies a lot. She's going to pass her exam. Look, the waiter is going to drop those plates. They are going to break a window.
Break
You
the window.
break a window. Joe fell asleep in the exam. He's going to fail.
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 Ya.
He is wearing a raincoat, so he's not going to get wet.
Alright. Nice. Sama. Tidak ada perubahan. Kenapa kita ngulang-ngulang? Because I want consistency. Let's go next with the example. It's the same example, so let's just go with another one. What we're gonna have before our listening session, habis ini ada listening, kita belajar animals dulu yuk sedikit. Jadi teman-teman, kalau di sini ada beberapa gambar animal. Nah, ada insect. Do you think like insect is gross? Or is it nice to have insect? What do you think about insect? Komen, guys. Apa yang kalian pikirkan kalau ada kata insect, hama? Is it a good thing or is it gross? Or like, do you want to live together with insect? Oke, belum ada ya, Mi sambil tunggu. Teman-teman mungkin biasanya kalau ada kata infestation, ini sering ada kesalahan dengan investment. Jadi kalau bahasa Indonesia, investasi gitu kan. Tapi kalau bahasa Inggris kan, oh go away. Insect should go away. I agree with you. Jadi seringkali kita misalnya ada investasi bahasa Indonesia. Kalau bahasa Inggris kan biasanya tinggal kita ganti aja tuh jadi tasyon gitu kan. Ternyata kalau investation, itu bahasa Inggrisnya yang benar adalah investment. Kalau infestation itu artinya kena serang insect yang banyak gitu. Jadi inseknya datang banyak-banyak, rayap gitu contohnya, terus merusak lemari kita, itu terjadi namanya infestation. So, know the difference ya. Ini lumayan krusial nih. Biasanya murid misalnya ada investation. No, it's investment. Investation is insect coming to your place. Dan insects ini banyak jenisnya ya. Bisa ada yang cockroach, kecoa yang biasanya a lot of people are grossed out by it. Ada juga, I don't know, flies. Flies is, what is flies in bahasa Indonesia? I forget. Yang terbang-terbang kalau ada makanan. Ya, lalat. Yeah, that's correct. Lalat. That's flies. That's the example. And then we have fish. Fish, ya. I think everyone likes to eat fish. I hope. Who does not like fish? Fish is good. And then we have bird. We have bird. Next up, we have, what is that? Bear? Yeah, that's a bear. And then rhino. Kalau yang sudah punah itu apa ya namanya? Yang udah punah itu dinosaur. This is rhino. Rhino itu badak berarti ya. Dinosaur yang sudah punah. Buffalo, and then we have camel, and then lion, and then there will be tiger, and elephant. Elephant beda sama 11. 11 itu angka 11. Ini 11. 11. Nah, mungkin ini agak ngaruh-ngaruh sedikit kalau teman-teman persiapan PTE itu read aloud ya. Kadang-kadang I see a lot of students cannot read it very correctly. It sounds easy, but the pronunciation is totally different. So you should try to practice more on that. And then we have monkey, giraffe, kangaroo, ball, cow, and mouse. Mouse kalau ada banyak itu jadinya
Mice.
mice. Yes, that's correct. Let's go. Ada lagi. So we have another one. There will be rat, eagle, snake, lizard, frog, shark. This is whale. And then this is dolphin, crab, octopus, turtle, crocodile, bee, fly, spider, and butterfly. All right, so next one we have the future with will. This is basically the same actually with the previous one. So you can use going to and will, but only one. Kalau mau going to aja, will aja. Tapi kalau misalnya kita mau bikin prediksi terhadap sesuatu, kita bisa pakai will juga. That new movie is great, they will love it. Jane will like the new house. It's really nice. It will rain every day this summer. He won't. Dia tidak akan. He won't be late. Jadi kalau will not, he will not be late. You can also say won't. Won't. Wouldn't. Would not be late for work again this year. They'll enjoy their holiday in Venice, which I have ever been there. Venice is totally nice. So I hope that you can go there as well. She'll be really angry when she finds out. Ketika dia tahu. So this is the same thing. We're not gonna do it again. Okay, we'll going making quick decision. Making quick decision is also using this. Kalau tiba-tiba pengen, yeah, I'll go there right now. I'll take my umbrella. I will fill up the fuel, isi bensin. Sama aja. Sama future, makanya tadi Miss nanya resolutionnya apa, what you would like to do, you can use future with will atau dengan kata-kata yang lain. Misalnya, I might have a vacation. Mungkin, I will have a vacation. I will not have a vacation. Jadi might juga bisa menunjukkan bahwa akan terjadi sesuatu. A future possibilities. Alright, we are done with this one. Berikutnya, kalau ada yang mau nanya silakan ya. Miss akan share sesuatu. Materi berikutnya. Ini yang levelnya lebih tinggi, kita akan memasukkan listening ya setelah ini. So, first of all, can you see this one clearly? Apa yang akan kita lakukan? Complete the word map with synonym of the word important. The first letters have been provided. Important artinya penting. Kira-kira apa ya sinonim dari important? If you can answer it, please comment. Tebak aja dulu. Apa yang sama dengan important? Yuk, silakan teman-teman menebak kira-kira. Important, this is important. Apa, Hansen?
Significant, Miss.
Significant, that's correct. Oh, kelihatan juga ya di bawah. That's nice. Selain Hansen, ada yang mau jawab selain significant? Coba kita jawab ya, kita tulis. Di sini, yang significant. Oh, nggak kelihatan jelas ya. Coba pakai di sini aja. So, significant. That's correct. Ada juga tadi yang jawab essential key. Essential, correct. Key, that's correct. Kalau C, ada yang bisa nggak? Crucial, correct. Denia, apa tadi F-nya?
Foremost.
Foremost, okay. First and foremost, ya. Nice, important foremost. You can do that. All right, that's some of the example. Again, synonym is very important. If you're still learning English, whatever your level is, vocabularies are one of like the key, the significant determinant to your development. Miss dulu waktu masih A1 levelnya, I really have a book containing a lot of vocabulary list. Jadi itu vocabulary yang Miss tidak tahu artinya, Miss tulis, Miss cari sinonimnya, Miss bikin kalimatnya. Pas Miss naik level ke B1, bahkan sampai ke B2, right now, even C right now, I'm still doing that. So if I saw a word, for example, ada word kayak gini ya, momentous, okay. Momentous itu lebih ke moment. Misal contoh kalimat kayak gini, How do I pronounce that word? Ada yang bisa tahu? Atau how do I use that in sentence? Miss nggak tahu caranya. So I will find it on Google misalnya. Miss cari apa itu tulisannya. Oh ini bacanya niche. Niche itu artinya sama dengan specific. Biasa ini dipakai untuk konteks market. Misalnya niche market. Oh dia market yang spesifik. Ada kelompok tertentu. Itu niche ternyata bacanya. Terus ada tulisan misalnya Miss kayak gini. Apa ini bacanya kan susah banget ya. Grostiki. Nah, if you have found a word like that, that makes you feel like, ini kenapa ada word ini ya? You have to say it and look on Google. Look at the meaning, look for the way the people pronounce it, and the way it is used in context. Karena nggak semua kata itu bisa kita pakai karena artinya aja ya. Dia harus sesuai dengan konteksnya. Oke. Okay. Oh, no. Clear all drawing. Sekarang Miss mau ada yang membantu Miss membaca lagi. Membaca dan memberikan opini ya. Ya, kita mulai sekarang membaca dan memberikan opini. Using the sentences in context. Raise your hand. Kalau nggak bisa raise hand tapi mau ngomong, unmute aja boleh. Let's go. Ayo dong, ada yang membaca, mari. Desti, silakan Desti. Read the example here.
Yang example kami.
Yes.
Social media is one of the greatest invention of all time. Actually, I don't agree with the statement. Sure, social media has had a significant impact on our lives, and its revolution is the way we communicate and learn about the world. However, it does not mean it's a major invention. That's
Okay.
it. Thank you, Miss.
Yes, thank you, Desti. Desti has given the example. Jadi ini akan ada pernyataan di bawah. Nanti Miss akan tanya masing-masing dari teman-teman pendapat teman-teman terkait dengan pernyataan yang Miss sampaikan. Kalau di example ini bisa dipakai untuk writing or ya basically mostly in writing kalau PTE ya. Tapi kalau di speaking teman-teman ada yang persiapan IELTS, ini speaking dia bisa nanya, what do you think about social media? Yeah, I think social media is one of the greatest inventions of all time. I don't really agree with that statement. Yeah, it has the benefits and significant impacts to people's life, and it has revolutionized the way we communicate and learn about the world. It's easy now to get information with the existence of social media. However, it does not mean it's a major invention. Ternyata itu hal yang bermanfaat, tapi nggak paling besar di dunia. Bukan the greatest invention. Bisa jadi greatest invention adalah vaksin atau what else? Spacecraft, keluar angkasa, whatever it is. So it really depends. And this is just an opinion. So it's up to you to share your opinion. Let's go. Number 1, people should quit social media because it is harmful to relationship. Anyone wants to give their opinion about this? Jadi kalau ada yang pacaran gitu kan, kamu nggak usah main Instagram lagi ya kan, kamu sekarang udah punya pacar gitu. Kalau kamu main Instagram nanti kita putus. Do you agree with that? You can answer it dengan unmute atau di chat juga nggak apa-apa. Give your opinion. If you're not sure about the first question, bisa question yang lain ya. Ada question yang kedua. You cannot be friends with someone only over messaging apps and social media platforms. Menurut kamu, misalnya kamu mau nulis opini tentang itu boleh. Atau yang ketiga, email is the best form of business communication. Atau yang empat, people can achieve more by working individually, sendiri, dan in a team, daripada sama kelompok. Atau yang terakhir, digital connection is more satisfying than real life interaction. Kalau ada yang mau jawab dengan unmute, silakan. Tapi Miss kasih kesempatan 3 menit maksimal untuk teman-teman menuliskan respon teman-teman untuk opini pernyataan dari salah satu opini untuk salah satu pernyataan yang ada di sini. I'll give you 3 minutes.
Miss, I wanna try, Miss.
Okay, Hansen, which statement are you going to?
I'm take a topic about people so quiet social media because it is harmful to relationship.
Okay, sure.
I don't agree with this statement because social media can provide many benefits. For example, by using social media, we can sell and get profits from selling. There are many social media that can be used to our that can be used to sell. For example, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and others.
Yes, I totally agree. So you can gain and earn money by selling something on social media. But
Yes.
I do think it can also bring harm to relationship, Hansen. For example, if you meet your friends or significant other, but you just play on your phone all the time because you are on social media, I think it is very bad.
Yes, Miss.
Oh, that's just the response. Yeah, that's true. So maybe use it in moderation. Is that correct? Do you agree with that? Use it in moderation. You know when to use it and not to use it. Jadi tahu kapan harus dipakai, kapan enggak. Moderation. Tengah-tengahnya ya, secukupnya. Okay, thank you, Hansen. The others, do you want to respond to this? Boleh responnya lewat chat boleh atau mau on mute is also okay. Anyone? What about number 2? You cannot be friends with someone only over messaging apps and social media platforms. I agree and disagree at the same time. I disagree because right now we are having our class only over Zoom. I don't know where you are right now, but we are all connected. But it's better if you can also text me or like talk in this room so we can feel like the connection of that. All right, if some of you are still like not really sure to answer, let's try to continue then. We are gonna have another quotes. Jadi ada quotes 2 di sini. Anyone wants like to answer read out the quote? Ada yang mau bantu Miss membacakan quote-nya?
Me, Miss.
Yes, go on, Hansen.
Human beings are social creatures. We are social not just in the trivial sense that we like company, blah, blah, blah. Simply to exist as a normal human being requires interaction with other people. Atul Gawande. Human interaction is something that I believe as humans we crave for, and that is where bars and social improvements come into play. John Teffer.
All right. Do you agree to the statement shared by these 2 people, Hansen?
I agree, Miss.
You agree?
With,
Do you meet your friends often?
yes, Miss.
Oh yeah? Can you tell me what do you do usually with your friends?
What I do usually is talking about the activity, how about their job, uh, the day,
Their
uh,
day? Huh?
the day, and uh, hmm, ya saya rasa itu cukup, Miss.
Okay, only that. All right, thank you. So I think human interaction is something that I believe as humans we crave for. Kita sangat menginginkannya. We desire it. Why? Because I think lots of you still remember what happened during COVID-19. Are everyone locked inside their home? Is it? Semuanya harus stay di rumah, ya kan? Karena if you go outside, ternyata it's harmful. For me, it was a very terrifying time. Itu adalah waktu-waktu yang sangat-sangat menakutkan. Why? Because I'm extroverted person. So I need to get the energy and I don't know, company from other people, rasa pertemanan, rasa bersama-sama gitu, ngelewatin sesuatu with other people. Jadi waktu COVID, wah, it's so hard. It affects my mental health. Karena ngerasa kesepian, I feel lonely, I feel a bit depressed, I feel no hope, I feel like gimana kalau nanti kita kena COVID ya, gimana kalau kita sakit ya, gitu kan. And then a lot of the plans that I had in the past, going abroad, going to some other countries, having an event, itu batal semua, cancelled because of COVID-19. Itu semua terjadi sehingga kita harus menjaga jarak, social distancing, right? Now we do not have. So, tapi dunia ini telah berubah. The world is changing. So we're gonna watch a video to see about human interaction. I will share with you the video. So I hope it makes sense. All right. Where am I? Kita bakal nonton video ya, teman-teman. Nanti tell me whether you can hear the audio or not. Oh, ini nggak bisa digedein.
Is it on?
Lecture starting in 30 seconds.
Yes, I know. As usual. Yesterday's lecture ended with the demise of the ANC in the year 2021. Today we're going to look at the effects of the 21st century on arts and culture. The aspects of arts and culture that were significantly affected by the 21st century were literature and cinema. Literature and cinema. Are you lost?
No.
Are you looking for somebody, perhaps?
No.
Okay. Well, literature and cinema. Literature and cinema, what are you doing here?
I'm following the history class.
Okay. Right, where was I? Excuse me, let's take a 15-minute break. What are you doing here?
Like I said, I'm following the history class.
Yes, but don't you know that this lecture is broadcast online?
Yeah, my PIP receiver crashed, so...
Personal interface type. Well, haven't you heard of a notebook and pen?
I can take notes on this.
There you go. Like this. Huh? Good.
My shorts.
End of break. Literature and cinema were significantly affected by the 21st century. According to the studies of Hjalmar Bjornstrand, you can get that on the 20/009 file.
What did you say his name was?
What?
What did you say his name was?
Hjalmar Bjornstrand. Maybe I should write that down for you. Hjalmar Bjornstrand. I haven't done that in such a long time. Another important author of his time, Morel Diallo, suggested that, well, maybe I can write that down for you as well. Morel Diallo. How did they like that work? I mean, they came up with like wrote on paper, you know. We drew pictures of one another using our hands, nothing digital. Yeah. Yes, that's the end of the lecture.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Hmm. Is it on?
Lecture starting in 30 seconds. Sorry, we're late.
Oh, it's fine. Please, come in. Hi, can I come in? Yes, yes, of course, please. Sit. Well, I guess I better go to the board. Oops. See? Today's date is the 23rd of October, 2037. Right. We shall commence today's lecture.
All right, we're done with the video. Anyone wants to tell me what did you get from the video? Tadi videonya tentang apa ya? What do you get from the video? Apa yang teman-teman dapatkan from the video?
The 21st century on art and culture, the aspects.
Okay, that's the sentence
Yes,
that you
that's
heard
the-
ya.
Yeah.
Kira-kira waktu nonton, what do you feel? Waktu nontonnya apa ya yang terjadi ya? Awalnya itu dosennya mengajarnya gimana? The lecturer teach the students through conference online. Oke, Rizky? Want to answer? Jadi awalnya adalah si dosennya mengajar secara online. But then a student came in and he tried to explain it in a different way. Yaitu secara langsung, ngajarin gimana mendengar diskusi secara langsung tatap muka. Di dunia yang akan datang atau in the present right now, bahkan kita udah banyak sekali belajarnya itu without face-to-face interaction. Like right now, right? We are not meeting each other. I cannot touch you. I just know that you are somewhere. And I just can call your name based on the one that I see on the screen. Tapi Miss nggak bisa tahu yang mana orangnya seperti apa dan sebagainya. Benar kan? Teman-teman merasakan seperti itu. Nah, kira-kira apa ya? Berdampak ke apa ya kalau misalnya dunia yang kita tinggali itu in the future is gonna be less interaction, less human interaction. What will happen?
People will become introvert.
People will become introvert, yeah, in some way, yes. People will become introvert. People will be unable, I think, to interact well with others, kan? Nanti tiba-tiba ketika ketemu orang secara langsung, they will have a hard time. Seperti the lecturer earlier. Dia terbiasa dengan ngajar secara online, menatap the laptop and everything in year 2037. Tahu-taunya ketika ada a student come in, she is a bit confused. Aduh, harus gimana nih, gitu kan? Because it's not something that he used to, tidak terbiasa. So if you're used to something, you are enjoying it probably. Used to, sudah terbiasa. If you are not used to something, you will get a little bit awkward, a little bit confused. So it will affect you in some ways or the other. Menurut teman-teman, di akhirnya ketika udah mulai cara baru, udah mulai banyak student datang ke kelas, apa yang dirasain dosennya? Was he more enthusiastic? Or how did that affect the lecturers? Apa yang terjadi ke lecturernya di video itu? In your opinion. Just comment. Please comment all. So I can know your opinion. What do you think happening with the lecturer?
Excuse me, miss.
Yes.
For me, I can see that he is a bit nervous, but also enthusiastic.
Okay, see, he is a bit nervous, but also enthusiastic about the opportunity to get something as it used to be. As it used to be seperti sebelumnya, seperti yang pernah terjadi. So it used to be we go to the class, But right now kita aja bisa ngadain kelas online, ya kan? Di sini teman-teman ada yang kuliahnya kuliah online nggak, full online nggak gitu? Atau kelasnya online, atau ikut les online misalnya. I want to know your opinion. What do you feel? Maybe, ya, what do you feel right now? Kalau misalnya lebih, kira-kira bakal lebih seru kalau kita ketemu langsung atau kelas online kayak gini?
For me, I prefer to go in the class rather than by the video
Why?
because I can respond it directly while in the class, but here it's like there are too many considerations to speak.
Oh, okay. Too many consideration when when you want to speak up.
Yeah.
I thought it's even easier. I don't know, maybe you have some consideration when you want to speak up. But for me, actually, I think speaking up in online is easier because you just gotta raise hand and then you're gonna get picked. But in class, sometimes you feel like a little bit nervous and things like that. But I really like to speak up. So yeah, I really enjoy everyone trying to communicate with me here. So I think again, if the world in the future looks like that, we do not have that much interaction anymore. I think it will be a sad world because it will affect many, many aspects, yeah? Okay, work and businesses, we can use online platform and it can be super, super fun and effective because you do not need to commute. Tidak perlu commute pergi ke sana sini, naik motor sejam untuk sampai ke suatu lokasi. Tapi, there is less connection. And then, I think it will affect your health a lot. Karena being in front of the camera for 8 hours ya, kalau orang kerja 8 hours itu very tiring, right? So that's why mau gimana pun pekerjaan pasti masih membutuhkan physical labor. So for example, like you all who wants to go to Australia, you are offering your physical labor, right? Because it is necessary to still have the physical labor. Masih ada banyak hal di dunia ini yang harus dikerjakan dengan tangan, kaki, dan sebagainya. So it also affects education. Nanti akan lebih banyak kampus-kampus kayak universitas terbuka ya mungkin ya. Kampus-kampus ataupun lembaga pendidikan yang menyediakan pembelajaran secara jarak jauh. Distance learning or online learning. But I hope that it does not affect the communication at all. Last question. Menurut teman-teman di sini, apakah yang di video itu, less interaction itu akan terjadi? Will it happen very soon or already happen? And what do you think about that? Gimana kalau yang di video itu terjadi? Soal belajarnya online semua atau kerjanya online semua. Kita sudah meninggalkan paper, kita sudah meninggalkan pen, kita sudah tidak menggunakan teknologi masa lampau yang ketemu dan belajar langsung. Is it okay or is it not? Give me your opinion. Anyone? All right. Anyone? If there is no one wanting to give your opinion, it's okay then. You can think about it on your own. Maybe write it down on your notes about your I don't know, what do you think about the world that will be in the future? Jadi ada bisa dystopian ataupun jadi utopian. Utopia. Jadi kalau dystopian jadi kacau balau, tidak sesuai dengan keteraturan. Kalau utopia jauh lebih baik. Kalau menurut Miss, for me personally, I don't think it will be a good idea to have such world where interactions of human are lacking. I prefer to have an in-person interaction, like classes interaction, and then we can go somewhere and learn directly. We can touch each other basically and see each other directly. That's what I'm wishing to see in our future. What do you hope to see in your future or in this world's future? Let me know if you want to comment that. And I think because our time is very limited already, and I already done my part. I will give it back to Salsa. Thank you.
Oke, terima kasih banyak Miss Feli atas waktu dan ilmunya yang wah sangat-sangat amat memberikan teman-teman wawasan baru. Dan apakah ada pertanyaan? Apakah teman-teman ada pertanyaan? Mungkin
Anyone
boleh
understand with the assignment from SWE?
ditanyakan kepada Miss Feli atau sudah cukup? Karena tadi juga materinya sudah sangat interaktif sekali, jadi tanya jawabnya juga mungkin sudah terwakilkan ya. Oh, ada. Thank you, Miss. I don't feel like time has. Oh ya, sama-sama. Oke, terima kasih teman-teman semuanya. Selanjutnya mungkin aku mau kita foto sama-sama ya. Mungkin bisa on cam teman-teman semua.
Alright, thank you juga, Hansen. Thank you so much. Have a great day, ya, Hansen. Everyone, let's take a picture if it's possible for you to be on cam.
Boleh on cam mungkin. Oke.
Each participant has 5 minutes to present the lesson plan and then another 2 minutes for the monitor. Is it? Yeah, for the monitor.
Oke, thank you so much teman-teman atas waktunya. Mohon maaf kalau ada kekurangan. Jangan lupa ikutin terus Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, bahkan podcast kita. Siapa tahu ada informasi-informasi yang memang teman-teman lagi cari dan bisa bermanfaat buat teman-teman. Oke, nanti untuk teman-teman yang belum absen boleh absen dulu mungkin supaya nanti bisa di-share e-sertifikat dan juga mungkin hadiah menarik dari Bansa. Ya nanti rahasia pokoknya bagi yang beruntung. Kemudian terima kasih untuk Miss Feli, mohon maaf atas segala kekurangannya pada hari ini. And then Bansa Eksplorasi Visi menggapai mimpi. Selamat siang. Have a nice weekend. See you.
Have a nice weekend. Thank you, everyone.
Terima kasih semuanya.